play.
This is Kaizoku Uncharted. We're a couple of siblings, so the vast sea of anime. If you think this is the crew for you, set sail with us each week. I'm Jakia.
Jenny.
And Justin. So, the movie we were going to discuss today is Suzume. And apparently, there's some feelings about it. So
Not really feelings. I mean, honestly, I remember what you guys were hyping up this cat. So I was like, okay. Like the first half, I was like, I was so confused what was happening. I was like, okay.
Right.
I was like, this is really not intriguing me at all.
Mm-hmm.
With the little, well, okay, first, her name is Suzume, people, okay? And then we meet the boy named Sota. Is that how you pronounce his name?
Yeah, Sota. Yeah.
And we come across this door. And, you know, and then I guess an earthquake appears from the tremors of the gate.
I mean, if you want me to give a synopsis, I can give a synopsis if you want to give me.
Sure.
All right.
Synopsis.
Yeah, I mean, fine, sure. All right, on her way to school no, it's just, I didn't want you to feel like you had to talk about it when you're just like, I'm just trying to get to my thought. So on her way to school one day, Suzume stumbles upon Sota, a young man searching for abandoned areas. The high school girl directs Sota to a nearby ruin, but out of pure curiosity, she herself decides to head in the same direction. Once there, Suzume discovers an isolated door with a dreamlike universe lying beyond it, a place that she can see and feel but not enter. A strange stone rests on the ground nearby, but it turns into a cat-like creature and scurries away when Suzume lifts it. Suddenly afraid, she heads back towards her school, not realizing her act of leaving the door open will have consequences. Just gonna stop there. Alright, so that's what happened. And we weren't hyping up the cat. We were just saying that this cat is ratchet, and that's all I had to say.
Now, do you believe the cat is not ratchet, Jay?
He is. I'll give him a ratchet.
Daiji's ratchet.
He's really mischievous. I will give him that. Turning people into chairs. You know, laughing about it.
Well, no, he foisted off his duty and responsibility as a keystone, and I was like with Daiji for a little bit, but then when I realized what he did, I was like, that's not okay. And he was just like, I'm not.
I thought it was funny. He was like, you're in the way.
He was.
Right, hey, he was.
And it turned him into a chair. I was like, that's crazy.
That's what happens.
No, apparently when you get into this cat's way, I don't know.
But I knew something was off with him when when we first met him in his cat-like form, and he was like all weak.
It's true.
Then he was like, "Oh, she loves me," and then I was like, "Okay, I don't trust this cat already." You know, I already knew he was gonna be some issues. I don't know, like, how do you feel about it though? Do you?
I mean, I
like the little chase scene that they had. That was the best part.
Yeah, they did have a pretty good chase.
Why isn't no one questioning why a chair? Well, they were questioning about it.
No, everybody was questioning everything. Like, people were just like, who's this cat? And they're taking pictures of him every way. They're like, who's this chair? What's going on? But no, I enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the story from, like, how it was, like, progressing. Like I said before, I was just disappointed that Daijin, like, force his responsibilities onto Sota when Sota's like, hey, I already have a job.
Right.
I'm trying to, like, close the doors and, like, prevent calamity and disasters from coming.
Hey, this thing was forced onto him.
How do we know that?
How do we know that? And then...
Clearly, he don't want to do it no more. That's
I don't even know, but look, that's why I'm happy with that. The black cat, Sadajin, was like, no, everything needs to be returned. Mm-hmm. And he scooped up Daijin with an instant and was like, go back to your post. Like, what are you doing? So I was just like, yeah.
There was some type of structure.
There was, but, no, and then we just got to see, like, the different people, that she comes across, like, every day from her aunt to, like, her traveling. It was crazy how she just stopped going to school for a little bit to just, like, do this work.
Sometimes you need a break.
I mean, that's right, Janae. Sometimes you just need a break. And, you know, I was like, and I like how at the very end it came full circle because the whole time she thought that, like, the person in the door was her mom. Mm-hmm. And that's how she got the chair. But it was her the whole time. She needed to do it to set it into motion. And I was like, that was crazy. I was like, oh my god.
It was a full circle moment.
It was a good full circle moment. Absolutely. Yes. I enjoyed it.
I feel like it's a nice, calm movie.
It's a calm
Very
movie.
slow pace.
It's slow pace. I mean, should it have been 2 hours? No. I don't know. I don't think so. Janae's
the animation was gorgeous though.
It was some beautiful animation. I will not lie. It was pretty good. And I like the way Dajin said Suzume's name. It's pretty great. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Justin, what about you? You just sitting over there?
Hey, I was asking questions when it needed to be asked. How I look at it, because if you think about it, I mean, listen.
Janae's like, you haven't asked any questions.
What? Or statements when I said it was the responsibility was forced upon him.
You chimed in, yeah.
Because technically,
yes, man.
Sota, this responsibility was also forced upon him by his grandfather.
Yes.
I mean, that's true.
And he wants to stop these worms. Okay?
It's
you know what? Worm.
Right.
Okay?
I mean, Kia it's the same thing.
Same thing.
No, he said worms is in plural. It's all from the same. It's one word.
Okay, but they all look like.
They look.
Okay, fine.
A worm here and a worm there. Okay, fine. But you know how you can make sure the worm is stopped? By being a keystone. You hold it in place.
What if he didn't want to do
No, but okay. But all I'm saying.
So wait, you okay with the fact that Sota was the new keystone? He should have stayed the keystone.
I'm okay with the fact Dajin did not want to be a keystone.
But that don't mean that he can just.
He doesn't even know Dajin's backstory as he came
really?
to.
Why would he go ahead and give up that duty? He didn't want to do it no more.
Yes.
Clearly, he's very photogenic. He was tearing it up on photos, social media. Now, all I'm saying is this. It's real simple, okay? It's real simple.
They're not relevant.
But solid. It's real simple.
Okay.
At the end of the day, it's 2 birds, 1 stone. Sota got a job to do. He trying to keep these worms at bay. Yeah. Boy, Dajin is like, well, here.
He giving them extra work to do.
No, he said, well, here, I made your job easier. Less running around. You ain't got to close those. You just hold it down in the ever after. And that's it.
That's wrong.
He didn't even talk to the other keystone to see if that was okay. He just did it.
First of all, it seemed like it was his mom.
It don't matter. He didn't get permission to do that.
At all.
Turning people into that.
And he didn't want to do it.
Well, that's his duty.
That's his vibe. Dajin doesn't want to do a lot of things. He was like, turn back. He was like, moody. He was like the whole time. He was like, I don't want to do any of that.
Hey, let's get to the real. I mean, I'm getting a lot of, I don't want to call it hate, but it sounds like Dajin's getting a lot of flack here, because let's not forget, toward the end of the movie, Suzume made it very clear. She said, wait a minute, Dajin, were you leading us to the doors? Exactly.
Listen,
okay.
No one is hating on this cat. We're just pointing out.
Sota didn't know. Listen, man, we made his life so much easier. He didn't even know what these doors are. He having to ask regular people, hey, you seen any relic sites?
All right, I guess.
You know, so all I'm saying, we got somebody guiding us to each door. But we shutting them up.
We wouldn't have to if he was just
handling his business.
Right.
Don't go there. Because with that same logic, we wouldn't have to do any of that if Suzume didn't open the door.
Look,
Sota did try to comfort her and say, no, it would have happened anyway. He said it was my fault for not getting there sooner. Well, you know why he didn't get there sooner? He didn't know locations. He over here having to ask the locals where XYZ is.
No one said he was good at his job.
He wants to be a teacher, all right?
First of all, we know that's the case because the granddad made it very clear. He said, I guess he failed. You know, there was no remorse.
I didn't like that grandpa.
He was a real piece of work.
That's why he there.
Wow, that's why he in the hospital, huh?
That's crazy. I wouldn't have said all that. What do you think about Sota's best friend, Shirazawa?
What about him?
I mean, I just know a lot of people in the comments were like praising him and hyping him up a lot. And
They were?
They were. I don't know why, but
what comments was you looking at?
The ones under.
Let me go, because I was looking at the comments. I didn't see that.
Maybe people thought there was going to be like a love interest between him and her auntie.
No, it's obviously going to be the person she works with, Okabe.
Yeah, I can see that. You know, he was just doing. He was
ready to risk it all and go on to buy them tickets, and she's like, "Hey, we're too far away."
True,
but he was ready. He was ready.
Yeah, no, she belongs with that guy more than you know.
Yeah, but
I thought it was cool. The credits. As it was ending, they went back to everywhere she stopped. So I
thought that was nice. Those kids were bad though.
Those kids were rough.
Those kids were real
kids in anime have been bad lately.
No, but those kids were bad, man. It was crazy.
Some rough kids.
Hey, got big heads.
That doesn't mean that they're bad if they have big heads.
Usually it does though. No, it's a good indicator.
I don't know if that's a good indicator. I don't think that's what that is.
Dude, Daijin, he had a big head. And he was bad.
I mean, yes, Daijin did have a large head, and he had big eyes. He did, but that's... No.
So what do you give this movie out of 10, Kia? What would you rank it?
I give it an 8.
You give it an 8?
I give it because they were addressing some heavy topics in there, some like life things. It was important. So, you know... Everything from like her losing her mom and her parents and like what that transition means to like living with her aunt and then her aunt sharing like how she truly feels and so I feel like they were really addressing a lot of like heavy things. In this film, like everything from with Sota, even though I guess in Justin's situation, in Justin's point, Sota was forced into 2 roles, being the his family tradition and a keystone when his real dream is just to be a teacher. Yeah, and what does that mean to have to put like your dreams and stuff aside for the greater good, I suppose, or for the greater Daijin? I don't know.
Must be rough.
Right. His best friend lied and said that he owed the money, but that wasn't the case.
I did not like his best friend.
I mean, listen, that's just what it is. That car was rough though. His car it fell apart. It was like in pieces. Yeah, so I would give it an 8 out of 10. Beautiful animations. I think it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. But like slow paced, chill type of film. That was it. What about you, Janae?
I'm giving it a solid 7.
Okay.
I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay. I give it an 8.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Also, I like your hoodie. You've been wearing it a lot.
It is a great hoodie. It's Detroit versus everybody. It's a true statement. And Justin says makes sense. Yes, I have. So that people know. That's about it. But that's all I got for Suzume. Anything else, people?
No, I like the soundtrack. It was good.
It was a pretty good song. It was pretty good. I was like, they were killing it.
I thought Chica was a lifesaver.
She was a real good friend. She did save the day. She made sure we had a place to stay, food to eat. It was a good situation. She was someone we could rely on. Clothes.
Yeah.
That's transportation.
Okay.
She gave us everything.
She did. She didn't even ask for anything in return. And she was just like, what's going on? And then she was like, it's obviously you're doing something important that you can't tell me.
Right.
She's great. She's a great friend. I hope they become friends, like stay friends moving forward. I really do. Yeah. All right, then. All right. You should all check out Suzume. Let us know what you think. And that's this week's episode of Kaizoku Uncharted.